I'm here with Chris Lee, a former student from Gilroy Catholic College, and recently spoke to our Principal's Masterclass and told us a little bit about Chris and his life. Could you give us a summary version?
Yeah, so I went to Gilroy Catholic College in high school. I went to Our Lady of Lourdes in primary school. I was raised in the Hills District. I had a really good faith formation at my school and came through, and I learned a lot. I learned a lot about leadership, not only about that, but the syllabus was great, and the teachers really went that extra mile for me as well. So I still keep in touch with a lot of teachers today, and Gilroy was brilliant. It was probably one of the most foundational building blocks of my personality today. So, yeah.
And how did it help you as your life unfolded? It didn't go down the path you thought it would.
No, it didn't. I made a mistake when I was 18. After finishing Gilroy, I was the vice captain there, and then it was in 2012. I got into a fight one night on Easter Saturday, actually. So it was the Easter long weekend, and we were out with some friends, and I got into a fight. Ended up losing sight in my left eye. I had to have a facial reconstruction. I had 3 metal plates put in my face, and I remember then I was kind of having to look at my life from scratch. I had a certain goal or a certain plan that I wanted to.
And that goal was?
So I wanted to join the Defence Force after school. So everything was lined up, ready to go. But because I became blind, I couldn't end up joining. So everything was set. I couldn't get in anymore. So I had to start from scratch, and that made me go back to what I learned at school and the people that I surrounded myself with. I realised that I had to maybe cut out a lot of those influences in my life, and that's one of the things that I learnt from Mr. Conway and Darren, was to surround myself with good people, and the fact that leadership sometimes is a hard thing. It's not something that everyone's cut out to do, and it can be isolating sometimes, but if you want to move into that position where you're taking control of your life, then you need to make those decisions to be your own person, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
You did the work yourself,
yes.
Right? You had to front that, and you told that powerful story how you came to that realisation as you hit rock bottom. But obviously the school has been important for you, that anchor for you. What are a couple of things that the teachers did for you that sort of got you through that situation? I
think there was a lot of times when the teachers, especially Darren, probably could have said, "This guy's just too much work." I think there was amount of times where I'd say, I'd go in and I'd get in trouble, and then for some way or another I'd get in trouble with one teacher, but then I'd go and speak to Darren, and then I'd some way find a way to reason with him so I didn't have to get in as much trouble as I probably should have, And he probably saw something in me that I didn't see in myself, or which a lot of other people didn't see in me, and that self-belief that he had in me. I remember so many times he would never, placate me or anything like that. It'd be something like he'd tell me that I did the wrong thing, and even though I had some things going on in my life, he said, there's reasons why we act a certain way, but they're never an excuse. Yeah. And that stayed with me for the rest of my life. That was something that, it's something that makes you think about your choices.
When you spoke to the principals, what message did you hope that they wanted to get from your experience? Because you shared a really powerful experience of the support for the school, but you're having to face that and then do it yourself. What message did you want so that they could go back and do better at what they do?
I think I just wanted the principals to know that what they do really makes a difference in their students' lives. And I guess it's hard because it's not something that you can really measure that much, because it carries on, in 20 years' time and everything like that. And I remember speaking to some of the teachers after high school, and they were saying, you would never really know the impact that you have on your students, You'll never fully understand that. Some of them were talking to me about how they keep letters from 15 years ago to look at it when times get hard in the teaching industry, which I'm sure a lot of them have faced. But it was just kind of to say, you might never get that thank you, or you might never get that that output where someone comes and says, thank you so much for the work you've done. But at the same time, never doubt that you're making that difference.